Were NATO's military drills. In June, 16 NATO allies conducted a major military exercise. Finland and Sweden participated too. There were 45 ships, more than 75 aircraft and 7,500 troops. Such drills will become a regular feature now. Yesterday we told you how Europe could become the new battleground because Europe feels threatened by Russia. European leaders are making some dire predictions. The top general of the British forces has given some advice. He says the United Kingdom should prepare for war. Germany too is worried. It has announced a fresh round of deployments. Europe is now adopting a Cold War doctrine on gravitas tonight. That's what we'll discuss. The annual NATO summit ended yesterday. NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg ended the event with a warning. He declared that Russia is quote-unquote the most significant and direct threat to NATO today. And the implications of a full-scale war with Russia would be dire.
At the same time, we also know that this can get worse. Because if this becomes a full-scale war between Russia and NATO, then we'll see suffering, damage, death, destruction at a scale which is much, much worse than what we see in Ukraine today.
Suffering at a scale that's much worse than Ukraine. Why is the NATO chief, in fact, worried? The military alliance has released an assessment. It has highlighted three major concerns. Concern number one, NATO says Russia is trying to destabilize northern and eastern Europe. Concern number two, the Russian military buildup. NATO says Russian forces have a presence in three regions, the Baltic Sea, the Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. These regions are dangerously close to NATO member states, hence the military threat. And concern number three, Russia's relationship with Belarus. NATO believes there is now a tight military integration between Moscow and Minsk. And that challenges NATO's security and interests. This is the assessment as of today. It will change. It will change because Vladimir Putin has vowed to match any NATO deployment toe-to-toe. The US is driving NATO's aggressive